The key to create absolute certainty is to fill yourself with belief that you will accomplish what you want from your life, no matter what's happening around you in your life. So what is the distinguishing factor between someone who takes action and someone who doesn't? It can be summed up in one word, and that word is certainty. Now think about it. If you're absolutely certain that you will get the result that you want, and that result would be life-changing, you would take massive action. On the other hand, if you are absolutely sure that no matter what you do, it just won't work, that you're not going to spend any time doing that, making any real moves. Now, of course, these are two extremes. Most of us find ourselves somewhere in the middle ground, the no man's land of maybe it will work and maybe it won't. And this is the real danger zone, because we end up making half-hearted efforts rather than putting our whole heart and soul into it. Now consider Roger Bannister. For centuries, it was believed that running a 4-minute mile was physically impossible. But on May 6, 1954, Roger Bannister shattered that myth. So how did he do it? Roger didn't just go out and physically practice more. He made a mental shift as well. He practiced over and over in his head. He envisioned himself breaking that 4-minute barrier, because he knew that no matter how much he trained his body, if he was going to get the result that he wanted, he had to change his mental state first. He conditioned himself to become so certain that he was capable of achieving this feat, that he believed he would do it with every fiber of his being. After Roger Bannister ran that 4-minute mile, within just 2 years, 37 people also ran a 4-minute mile. And remember, no one in history had ever done that before. This is the power of imagery training, of visualizing the results over and over as if it had already happened. We all have beliefs that limit us. Sometimes we let the status quo dictate what we believe is possible for us. And other times we allow our self-doubt to take precedent. And yet other times we may have unconscious beliefs that hold us back. Well, imagery training is a technique that lets us overcome those limitations. We are able to see ourselves succeeding, and not just on a high level, but on a very detailed and precise way. We see what the results look like, and we envision the way in which we will prevail. What's interesting about it too is that in doing this, we immerse ourselves in the emotions that are a part of that success and that experience, because it's not just a mental exercise. It becomes a full body experience that impacts you psychologically, emotionally, and physically. And it's that all-encompassing dynamic that helps produce absolute certainty, which allows you to transcend the barriers that had imposed perhaps unwillingly on yourself before. You need to change your thoughts before your actions and results will change. And you need a ritual for success. The potential to achieve anything you want is always there. It's in you. But whether you tap into that potential has everything to do with you. Most people have strong belief about what their real potential is, and that influences how much action they will take. And then the action they take determines their results, and ironically, those results reinforce their pre-existing beliefs. If it's a must for you, you have to make it work. You have to enter that mindset. No matter what, you will make a way. You will find a way. That is how you go from earning $300 a week to $1,000 a week to $1 million. That is why the rich keep getting richer and the poor get poorer. But imagery training is not a once and done exercise. It's a ritual. You have to condition yourself over and over again so that you know without a shadow of a doubt that you will get the results that you want. So here are the 4 keys to imagery techniques. While there is no precise method, there are some fundamental components of an effective imagery training practice. So number 1, picture yourself doing it. Picture yourself as if from above or outside of your body as you go through the motions. For example, if it's a job interview you're going on, then imagine every word you'd say and how your body would be and feel and be in that moment, and everything going your way. Put yourself into that feeling, immerse yourself in that, into that mindset. And number 2 is to focus on the mistakes. Yes, focus on the mistakes. While that may sound counterintuitive, the goal is to pay attention, extra attention, to the areas of poor performance, because those reflect inherent insecurities that you may have. If you start to see the face of your interviewer look unimpressed and that impacts your presentation, that may reflect a deep-seated lack of confidence in your ability to deliver yourself. Take note of that instance so that you can then practice how you would react to that scenario. Play that scene over and over until you get it right and you're able to maintain your composure throughout the entire presentation. The end goal is to be able to make an automatic shift when a negative thought or emotion enters your space. Being aware, the power of the silence and power of the voice are 3 positive, 3 negative expressions of feeling you have when you're role playing in your mind like that. And number 3 is to create a multi-sensory experience. Feel the confidence exuding from you as you enter a room. Don't just imagine, instead experience what it would be like to crush this interview. What are the sounds in the room? Is there background noise? How do you sound? How does the face of the interviewer appear? Feel how comfortable, relaxed, and sure of yourself while you're delivering the pitch. Feel the energy in the room. This practice will help translate technically and tactically to your body. You'll be able to carry yourself with confidence, and you'll be better able to mimic a smooth performance when it comes to the actual pitch if you have made a ritual of creating a mind-body connection. And number 4 is to write a highly detailed written account of the process. Put as much action into the script as possible. Describe the feelings of your experience. Detail the sounds. Take note of everything you see. Even write down what you would do if a negative component that enters your mind, so that you automatically dismiss any thought or emotion that does not serve you. Then read your story over and over again. Or better yet, record it and play it in your car while you're on your drive somewhere and walking. The goal is to firmly ingrain that experience that you desire in your mind and to get you to embody the version of yourself that you know you can be. The power of the mind is an amazing tool, but it can also be the demise of you if you don't have control over it. So what you think you will become. But the key is that you must believe what you think before you do it. Remember, you are amazing. You can do anything. Positivity is a choice of yours. So choose where your mindset will be. Be happy for who you truly are. Even if you're not just quite there yet, you will get there. I promise you that. Actually, you must get there. Tell yourself, I am here. I am fully present in this moment. I am prepared to succeed. I am strong. You already hold the power you need, and this is all in your mind. So go make today the best day of your life and live each breath with passion today.